Now joined by Joyce Bucad, the assistant pastry chef here at Mandalay Bay. How are you? This looks incredible.
Well, thank you. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. So, first and foremost, I just want to say this looks outstanding. I want you to talk about these baseball pastries in particular really quickly.
So we made this specially for this group, the minor league baseball, and we did some sugar cookies with white icing, and of course, to make it look like a baseball, we used a red pate glacé. And in the middle, we made a little baseball cake for you guys too.
It looks outstanding. I want people to get to know you just a little bit. I'm a huge Food Network fan, so I saw you on Chopped, so I'm familiar with your work. But how long have you been here at Mandalay Bay as the pastry chef?
I have been here in Mandalay Bay as a pastry chef for like the past 2 years, going on 3, but I've been with the company for more than 7 years.
So how did you get involved in baking in general?
Well, it started when I was young. I've always been curious about food, and so my aunt would always drag me in the kitchen when she's baking little cookies. And so I grew up baking, and so I think my passion for food started very young, and when I came here to Vegas, that's when I started my career.
Now, you're from the Philippines.
Yes, I
So what brought you to Las Vegas?
Well, my mom has been living here in the United States since I was 10, and so I wanted to kind of have a relationship with her, and so I decided to come here and visit her. And lo and behold, I decided to stay because I fell in love with the city, fell in love with the 24-hour lifestyle, of course, all the food. I mean, this Las Vegas is a melting pot for all different cuisines, and we have so many great chefs, especially here in Mandalay Bay. So
The Mandalay Bay is ginormous. I know a lot of fans here have been here before, but for everyone watching, this is a huge resort. How do you keep up with the demands of everyone always wanting pastries, people like myself?
It sure is, and it's very challenging. You know, every day is a different demand, a different clientele, a different perspective. And so we try to be as creative as we can to present them with new desserts all the time and make sure that we are keeping up with whatever they ask of us.
Now, you have to have a favorite pastry to make. What is it?
I love croissants and I love cake. So those two are definitely my favorite things to make.
I'm so excited to try all of this. Now, I mentioned before you were on Chopped, so for Food Network fans like myself, we've probably seen it, but that's a really competitive show. Just describe that experience for me.
It sure was very competitive. I competed with 3 amazing New York chefs, pastry chefs for that matter, and they all have been working with well-known chefs as well and restaurants, and so I was like, okay, I'm the odd one out of everybody, but I mean, I just put everything what I know is great food and make sure that I represent Mandalay Bay and MGM and Las Vegas as well as I can.
Well, not only are you a Chopped champion, you also performed and cooked in front of Martha Stewart. How was that?
It was definitely nerve-wracking. Imagine Martha Stewart tasting our food, you know. But she's a very good sport, so we enjoyed having her on the show, and that was the very first season that she was actually being a judge. So it was pretty cool and pretty exciting.
That's really cool. No, you made savory food, but you're a pastry chef. Just take me through some of these desserts. I know a lot of people watching want to see what these are, so start with this plate right here.
Okay. So what we have for you is a raspberry mascarpone tart. In the middle is a shot glass of our mango mousse shot glasses, and of course we made for you our fresh fruit tarts.
What is this gold on the top of them? It looks very fancy and delicious. What is that?
It is a gold leaf. On the mango mousse, it's a silver leaf, so it's a decorative paper that we use to put a little bit of elegance on each of the desserts.
Can't wait to try them. Okay, and you talked about the cookies and the cake. This is beautiful. How long does it take you to prepare a cake like that?
It's not too long. It is very detail-oriented, so it takes about a few hours.
Wow, that's a long time. You just said it's not very long. Okay, and the cake pops in particular.
Oh, absolutely.
They look delicious, and we're actually going to do a demo for this, correct? Are you ready to start that?
Yes. So I will need a few items.
Okay. Let's see, we're going to grab the chocolate that's melting right now. This is going to be exciting. So Joyce is putting on her gloves, getting very official for this cake pop demonstration. So typically, the night before you start these, or is it the morning of?
You can. It depends when you need it. You can prepare them ahead of time, and then you can freeze the cake pops before putting them in chocolate. So what I'll do for you right now, so we have to mix. This is cake crumbs. So like, for example, you have leftover cake that you baked and weren't iced. So we just add a little bit of buttercream to it, and we mix it all together. You don't need a lot of buttercream. Just enough to be able to bind the...
I think I could eat that straight.
I'm pretty sure you can. It's pretty delicious.
It looks so good.
So as soon as you get everything combined, we usually weigh them, or we can use a scoop depending on how precise you want to be.
Okay.
But you know, baking I always associate with having fun, and so you know, you do as how it is that would suit what you need, especially if you're baking with the kids. I think it's easier if you do scoop. So we'll scoop a little bit.
Okay.
And then we'll mold it with our hands. Oops. So sometimes we use molds, or sometimes you can just crumb it in your hand. Okay. And then, of course, you're going to need a lollipop stick to stick this on.
I'm going to make this when I get back to DC, I promise.
So once you get the ball that you wanted,
Okay.
and then you can stick a lollipop stick in...
Is that fresh?
Melted chocolate. Yeah.
You got to zoom in on this.
What we do so that the lollipop stick sticks to it, we just dip it a little,
Okay.
and dip it in there.
Oh my gosh.
And then you just refrigerate it to make sure it's hard, it gets set. So once it's set, let me settle.
It's okay. Yeah, we have a small table, a lot of stuff going on.
And then you'll have something that will resemble like this.
Okay. So that's after refrigerating it for a few hours. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Now you can use whatever colored chocolate, like there's a lot of different colored melted chocolate now. So you can use that, just microwave it, and then you can dip it to cover the whole thing. And now from there, you can use either dark chocolate, milk chocolate, however you want, whatever flavor chocolate you want. And we'll just set it aside on our stand. And as you can see, you can decorate however you want. Like this, from this, you can just add sprinkles already.
That looks so beautiful already.
You know, so something simple, like I said, something fun for the kids while you guys are watching a baseball game, you know.
We love it.
And then I could do different colors.
We're going to get some more chocolate.
Some more chocolate.
Some more chocolate. This is my heaven, so. So for those watching the demo right now, you can see in that camera, that is fresh melted chocolate. I don't know how you're doing it right on set. It's amazing.
We have a burner.
Chocolate's getting prepared. This one looks so good. I'm going to have to try that in a minute.
You try whichever way you want. Yes. Do you want to try to dip the chocolate and then you can...
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. You hold the mic.
There you
You're
go.
running the interview. I'm doing it. Okay, so I'm just going to dip it all the way.
Yep.
You did it so pretty. Like, I'm going to try to copy what you did.
You're doing great.
I don't think Chops is going to want me, but I'm
That's
okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, just decorate it however you want. These are rice pearls that we...
Okay, I'm going to do some.
Yeah, absolutely. Have fun with it.
Oh my gosh. I love baking. Not as pretty as yours, but still kind of pretty.
It is really.
Okay, this is your little cake pop holder.
Yes.
Uh-oh, let's put it in this one. Wow, I'm going to have that very soon.
And you know, like I said, and you can play with flavors.
Okay.
You can play with colors. So
A lot of fun goes into baking. You can tell how
absolutely.
passionate you are about it as you talk about it.
Thank you. But yes, definitely. I love it. It's fun. I have 2 toddlers at home, and so they enjoy baking with me. And so, it's something that's really dear to my heart.
So you work like 12, 15 hours a day, and then you go home to bake with them as well.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, when you love what you do, it doesn't matter how many hours you put into it. So I definitely enjoy it.
Gosh, so at the Mandalay Bay, you probably meet so many different types of people and so many different customers. Do you have one experience that stands out that you thought that's really cool on baking for someone special, particular, famous, whatever it may be?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We do have a lot of celebrities that come in, and we do make cakes for some really A-list celebrities. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to name names.
That's okay. You don't have to name drop.
But yes, definitely, and it's just it's very fulfilling to know that they enjoy that pastry that we made for them, because we had to make them like 4 or 5 tiers of cake, and a lot of hours went into making those cakes and all the details and all the designs. But at the end of it, once you see their faces light up when you bring it to the room, that's very rewarding.
I think she's finished with the chocolate there, so we're going to finish decorating this cake pop. We're getting the real deal experience here on cake pop making. I love it. Joyce, you finished these this morning, right?
Yes.
So you decorated these this morning. Wow, so these are really fresh. Okay.
All right. Okay, so let's take this off. So now we can play with more color. So we already have that. What I like to do is just, swirl it everywhere and just really have fun with it. Go different directions. There's not a lot of rules when you're decorating. So, as long as to you it looks nice and it's delicious, I think that's the most important thing. So, and that's what we like to do here in Mandalay Bay. So, yeah, here you have it.
Joyce, I cannot thank you enough. I'm so excited. I need to turn this camera off so I can dive into all these desserts and try it.
Well, thank you for having me. You guys are amazing. And I hope you guys enjoy all the pastries that we brought you here from Mandalay Bay.
Oh, thank you so much. People watching, obviously come out to Mandalay Bay. You can see assistant pastry chef Joyce Bucad and also a Chopped champion. Congratulations on that as well. Thank you so much for this.
Oh, absolutely. You're very welcome.
All right, baseball talk coming up after this.